Welcome to episode 79 of the A Free Spirit Life podcast. Hello, my friends. This is Shannon Kinney-Duh. I'm a holistic life coach, intuitive spiritual mentor, writer, artist, teacher. And today I'm encouraging you to grab a drink, grab a journal, or imagine that you're joining me on a nature walk. Let's close our eyes for a moment and use the power of our imagination, unless you're driving, of course, and take yourself to your favorite place in nature. That's where I want you to join me today for this talk, because we're going to explore what it really means to be in our true nature. The best way to know what that feels like is to be in nature. So where is that for you if you imagine yourself in a place that's one of your favorite places that makes you feel like your senses are waking up, that you feel in the present moment, that you feel connected and in tune with nature and with your heart space? Is that the ocean? Are you walking on the beach and your feet are in the sand right now? Is it floating on a canoe on a still lake in the mountains? Is it twirling and dancing around in an open field of wildflowers? For me, I would be walking in the aspen tree grove right when they're changing golden, yellow, and I can smell that ponderosa pine everywhere in the mountains. Blue sky. I can feel the heat from the sun on my skin. I can hear the birds and I can smell that fresh air. So if you like that idea of visualizing yourself in nature, I have some new meditations on Insight Timer, and you can go and listen specifically to guided meditations that take you in nature and take you all over to help you relax, find peace, to sleep better, and to get connected when you're feeling frazzled and pulled in all the different directions that life will pull us. So now that you've explored that a little bit and you've taken a few breaths, let's talk about what it feels like to be in tune with our true nature. You know, right now as I'm recording this, we are in what astrologers call eclipse season. This is 2024. We're just now entering April, which is one of the most anticipated months for astrologers, for spiritual teachers, for people on their awakening journeys, because there's this anticipation. There's this eagerness. There's this new energy that is being sparked right now, and people feel it. More and more people are waking up in their own lives, changing day to day. And a lot of that has to do with the energy around us, the energy shifts happening. It also has a lot to do with how you're changing from the inside out. You know, when you look at it from a bigger perspective, we are all here for a reason at this particular time in history, in our lives. It isn't a coincidence that you're listening to these words right now, that you are on an awakening journey. And the beautiful thing that I'm seeing is that more and more people are connecting to their heart space. They're wanting to explore more of who they truly are. They want to live a life in alignment with who they truly are. And they're seeking community. They are hungry for deeper, spiritual, energetic, creative, heart-based connections. Because really, when you think about it, when we talk about connecting with nature and being one with nature, that frequency that we feel of love is our true nature. It's the energy that we're made of. And so when you're feeling down, when you're feeling bogged down by life, that's why going to nature is so helpful, even if it's in your mind, even if you can't leave the office, or it's dinner time for your young children, or whatever your life looks like. You can close your eyes and think about your place in nature and breathe in as if you're awakening your senses. And for that moment, remind yourself that you are an energetic being of light and love and vibration. And that is your true nature. And when we get out of our heads and into our heart space, and we really feel that in our body, we feel anchored. We anchor to the earth, grounded and rooted, but we're anchored in a way that is fluid, that is energetic, that is electric. And that electricity is your inner light. It's the charge that makes you you. And every single one of us has that charge. You know, we have a little flame that is part of the bigger fire, the bigger energetic connection with each other. Or another way to think of it is, you know, we are that drop in the ocean. We're all part of the ocean. Every single one of us is a drop. But we're all connected. So as we continue this awakening journey, and especially moving into this time period, you might feel like your life is quite chaotic. Maybe nothing's going the way that you wanted it to go. Maybe it feels like everything's falling apart. It can feel very stressful, exhausting, trying to keep all the pieces together. They just don't want to stay up anymore, or they just don't fit. That may be your reality right now. On the flip side, you may be feeling excited, energized, clear, more clear than you've ever been. You might be having what's called life reviews, where you're just starting to remember memories from the past that now make sense. You know, you might start to remember opportunities that you've had that helped with your growth experience. You might be experiencing great synchronicities right now, where you think of something and then boom, that person calls you, or an opportunity pops up, or you start to see it everywhere. Wherever you are on your path right now is exactly where you need to be. And the beautiful thing is, you don't have to do anything to force your life to fall into place. The best thing you can do during these times of transformation, these times of rocky movement, these times of great change, is to take very good care of yourself. Be tender with your heart. Treat yourself like that inner child who needs a hug. Honor him or her and their needs during this great change. Children are our greatest teachers, and if we learn how to tune into our own inner child, you will start to see how your path and that inner child has been your teacher all along. So, what to do during these times? Try to have a ritual that helps you sleep better at night. What does your evening ritual look like? For some of us, that's going to be shutting down our phones, keeping our phones out of our room, turning off the TV, an hour before you go to bed. Something that helps to create a sense of peace for you. That might be listening to guided meditations as you fall to sleep, or rubbing your feet with lavender lotion, or drinking a sleepy time tea and reading an inspiring book. We have all different ways that we can tune into that work best for us. We're all different, so there's not one way to do it. But having a routine, an evening ritual to set yourself up for peaceful sleep, I think is really, really important, especially right now. Because these changes and the energetic shifts and all the stuff that we're being called to face takes a lot of energy, and you need to recharge. And so one of the things you can do before you go to sleep is just sit quietly for a moment. You don't have to be a big meditator, but you could even have a journal or even record yourself talking about your day, but some way to download the day. Because so often we have trouble sleeping or staying asleep because we haven't shut down all the programs. You know, your mind is like a computer. And when you're moving throughout your day, there's a lot of programs open. And in a way, we have to learn how to shut those down so that we can hum, so that we can sleep peacefully. So imagine that. Like, think about your computer. If you left all of the programs open, you know, have you ever heard your computer like overheat, or like the fan will start to run? Well, that's not fun. We don't want to sleep like that, right? Let's put it to sleep. Shut down the programs first. Close it down. And then go to sleep. And so for you, what does that look like? Some people need to spill out on paper, like dump out their day and take a moment of reflection. Oh, wow, there was a lot that went on today. And look what I learned today. And, you know, give yourself a moment of contemplation. Because a big thing that's happening right now is we are starting to realize the benefits of going within. It's not something we're taught. We weren't taught in school how to contemplate and have deep reflection and look inside for the answers. Really, we've lived in a world that's always been the complete opposite. Stay busy at all times. Look outside of yourselves for the answers and put your health and well-being power into the hands of the experts. And that really has disempowered us over the years. And so what we're doing right now is we're returning to our power. We're bringing our power back. We're unplugging from the things that have drained us, that have taken our power away. And we're remembering how freaking powerful we really, truly are. Now, I am not saying cancel all your doctor's appointments and don't go to counseling anymore. Those experts, in quotes, those spiritual guides and teachers are also here as part of your path. It's kind of like when we're walking in this nature right now and you get to a fork in the road. Sometimes you intuitively know exactly where to go. But sometimes it's hard to know because we're not tuned in or because it's just so new for us. And so we want a different perspective. We want to reach out to others. So it's kind of like the sign on the road or the bench on the path or even the map on the next trail. You pause for a moment, you look at it, you see, you ask questions, you hear what they have to say, and then you take in that information and go, does this resonate with me? Does this feel in alignment? Is my body saying this is a hell yes for me? And this is exactly what I've been needing to move forward on my path. Thank you, and thank you again, spiritual teacher, healer, doctor. Or, you know, that information was wonderful because it taught me that I'm going to go this way, and that's not really for me now. But when we are waking up, we have to take a look at how often we've handed our power over to others and not trusted ourselves, not listened to our own intuitive hits, our own inner teachers, because your intuition is your guide. It is your guide on the path. It's what got you on the path in the first place, whether you're walking on the ocean, whether you're floating in a canoe on the lake, whether you're in those aspen trees. There's a reason why you've chosen that path. It's here to teach you. It's here to help you heal. It's here to help you grow. It's here to help you expand as you awaken in this lifetime. So, awakening on our spiritual path looks different to every single one of us. There are some similarities, and some of it looks like chaos. Some of it you might question your own mental sanity. Some of it will feel very lonely. Some of it will feel very deeply connected. There will be a sense of gratitude and self-compassion and compassion for all who've ever walked your path. That is the journey of life. That is the journey of awakening. The ups, the downs, the all-arounds. Sometimes we sit, sometimes we stir, sometimes we are blown down, sometimes we feel very lost, and sometimes we feel extremely clear. So, as you contemplate where you are in life and as you make space for peaceful sleep, start to reflect. Do you download and look at your day and learn from it, whether it's through journaling, meditation, speaking on a recording, doing something that helps you shut down the programs, and then allow yourself to sleep. Allow yourself to be. If you're getting good sleep, you will feel better in the day. Then having a morning ritual or routine is also important. What do you do first thing in the morning? I'm willing to guess many of us habitually reach for our phones right away. Maybe you could even pause that and give yourself 5 minutes or 15 minutes, or for some of you, maybe 1 minute before you reach for your phone, so that you can listen. What are the messages in your own heart before you see what everyone else tells you, the messages that are coming from them? Because that information overload really can distract us from who we are and where we need to go next on our own path. Like I said, it can be a compliment. Sometimes we get our signs and our synchronicities through a social media post or through a text from a friend. We can use both mindfully. But having a ritual before you go to bed and before you go and jump into your day will really help you process what's going on right now. So that's my encouragement to you, is really listen to yourself. What is your heart and soul calling for? This time of year for me, what I have to do to stay on my ritual in the morning is I have to set out my clothes the night before for walking. And as soon as I get up, I just need to go walk. I can't really pause because I then want to grab my phone and check my emails, and then I might go and do a little work first, and then I might, make my coffee and then my smoothie, and all those are part of my routine. But for me now, my walking routine just helps me tune in with myself first before I get filled up with everyone else's information. And I really think we need that right now. I think we're being called to shut down the things that take our power away, shut down the information overload. If you are a news watcher, I highly encourage you, especially right now during this eclipse season, don't plug into the fear out there. Shut it off. Take breaks. Fill yourself up with the things that bring you inspiration, excitement, and joy. Enjoy. Because what I see happening is we are having these life reviews and these awakening moments and this energy that's coming to the earth to help us to bring to the surface all of the residual past experience, past life experience, ancestral trauma, all of the past crap that is no longer needed for our healing journey, to release it, to bring it up and out. Because when you learn how to release it, you heal from it. You no longer have to carry it with you. You can thank it. You can say, thank you for that experience. That was hard. That was a hard thing for me to go through. And look, I made it. And I learned this from it. And now I can bless it and send it on its way. It no longer needs to take energy in my mind, body, and spirit. And then, you know what you're doing? You're making space for more joy in your life. When you learn how to release what's bogging you down, you literally can fill it up with a higher vibration. That's what awakening is doing for us right now. Hey, I don't want to be stuck in fear anymore. I don't want to live in survival anymore. I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck anymore. I don't want to be stuck in those traumas that I experienced. I'm releasing them. I am feeling them. I am healing from them. I can breathe again. And then you hear the inner whisper, your inner teacher, your inner child, your inner guide says, hey, don't you remember you love poetry? Hey, don't you remember how much you love the beach? When's the last time you took a trip to the ocean? Hey, do you remember those flowers you saw the other day and you were just so excited but didn't know why? Get your hands in the dirt. We're all being reminded of what we're here to do, what our true purpose is, what our innate gifts are. And you know what I think is going to happen in this eclipse season and beyond, this whole next year? We are going to keep awakening to these inner knowings that we never knew were there. We're going to remember these gifts that we've collected from our past lives. And we're going to go, oh my God, I know how to do this. I might not even know how I know how to do this, but I am following my heart, and look at the synchronicities. Look at the path opening up for me. I don't have to force my path to happen anymore. I don't have to follow their 5-step strategy on how to do this. I can listen to my own heart. I can trust my intuition again, and I can stand in my own power. And as I'm on this trail, I know exactly where to go because the path is unfolding for me. That's what happens when you learn how to live in the present moment, when you learn how to stand in your heart-centered space, when you return to your true nature. Your true nature is anchored and connected to the earth. Your true nature is fluid and goes with the flow. Your true nature is ignited by your inner flame and your passions and your desire to grow and expand and experience joy in this lifetime. Your true nature is an open heart, breathing in the fresh air all around you and knowing that the universe has your back, knowing that you can trust in this moment and let love guide the way. Your true nature is spaciousness. It's a spaciousness that is right here now. You know that we're not going to run out of air. There is enough for all of us to breathe, just as there is enough space for you to take up all the space that you need for this lifetime to express who you are. You know your true nature is your spirit self and the one that's connected to source. That source energy is always with you. You're never alone. It's all around you and it's within you. That source energy is what you get when you tune in with nature. It is who you are when you connect with your true nature. And when we remember that, and when we clear the clutter from the day and we sleep peacefully, and we set an intention for a peaceful day as we wake up in the morning, we know the truth of who we are, and we can watch life happen and unfold from an observer's perspective. And if it's a fear-based model, we know we might go down the other path today. I'm going to let love lead the way. I'm going to follow my passions and my inner nudgings, and then I'm going to follow the next sign and the next sign and the next sign after that. And before long, you are so clear and you are so confident in that, and you feel so excited because love and joy are your new normal. Love and joy are your new teachers. Love and joy are here to guide you. So, is it always love and joy? I believe that vibrant energy is always accessible. I believe it's always a part of you. But do you always feel in a place of love and joy? We go up and down and all around, don't we? The human experience is seasonal, it's cyclical, it's a spiral. So there are moments that don't feel very joyful. In fact, there are moments where we don't even know what the word joy means. Right? Be gentle and tender with yourself as you rediscover your love and joy, as you treat yourself with love and kindness. We've been taught to hate ourselves. We've been taught that we need this and that and this and that to make us better, that we are broken and we can't fully be ourselves until we find that perfection that does not exist. So the awakening process, this eclipse season, this entire year of 2024, it's here to help us remember who we truly are. The true essence of who we truly are, beyond the conditioning, beyond the expert teachings, beyond anything outside of ourselves. I would really encourage you to dedicate a journal to this time, because you're going to want to look back at how much change you've gone through. And I'm sure that if you're listening to these words, that change has been ongoing. You are a natural reflector, an observer, someone who contemplates things on a bigger picture. You see the symbolism around you, or you're waking up to it now. But take good care of yourself, and anything that doesn't feel self-loving, that's a sign for you right there. How can I be more loving towards myself in the food that I eat, in what I put into my body, what I put on my body, what I think, what I say, the words that I use? And then as you move forward, keeping it so simple, keeping it so very simple, pay attention to what excites you, what lights you up, what's interesting to you right now, because those are signs. They're like little breadcrumbs on your path. If you're walking on the beach right now, if you're on the lake, if you're dancing in the wildflowers, maybe you notice a butterfly landing. Maybe you see the red color. You can't get enough. You just got to run to that flower and smell it. Pay attention to what is needing or wanting your attention in your life right now. And see how that makes you feel. And anything that's coming up where it feels like it's bringing up worry, anxiety, fear, past traumas, find the support you need to help you move through those. Because there are so many powerful signs and symbols, teachers, healers on your path. So I'm not telling you to do this all on your own. This is a collaboration. This is a time for you to connect with community, with people who support your awakening process. That is for sure. We don't want to do this all alone. But there are some things coming up that are tricky and can be challenging and can make you feel a little more tired than you've ever been. And that's why I'm focusing on the sleep part, because some days you just want to just lay in bed all day while you're going through this awakening process, and that's okay too. Honor your rest, honor your needs, honor your energy. And I'm excited. I'm excited for you because you're on a path of expansion. You're on a path of awakening. And on the other side of that, oh my gosh, who knows what's going to happen next? But it's an adventure. So stay curious as you turn the corner on your path. Stay in a place of wonder and awe. And anytime you feel that fear creep up, remember to flip it and stay curious and let your inner child guide you, because a child on a path, they don't try to control every part of that path before they get there like we do. We want that path concrete. We want it so solid. We know exactly what it's going to feel like, where it's going to be, how it's going to hold us, right? I mean, that's how we live our life every day. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to take another risk until I know that XYZ is all in order. But life isn't linear. It's a fluid, experience. And so walk your path with wonder and awe and curiosity like children do. In fact, you might even feel this desire to run a little bit, do some cartwheels along the way, and then stop and smell the flowers, and then sit on the bench, and then run some more, and grab some friends and go do it together, and then stop for a really fun picnic where you enjoy each other's company and talk all about your awakening process. Talk all about your journey. Talk all about your enthusiasm and excitement for life and your life moving forward. That's really what this life is all about. The awakening process right now is moving us from survival to a place of heart-based, heart-filled, love-filled experiences, connections, where we honor each other's differences, where we celebrate our unique drop in the ocean, our unique flame, and our unique gifts that we're all here to share. We uplift each other, we celebrate them, we unite together. All right, my friends, if you're still listening, thank you for riding along with me. For those of you new to these recordings, I talk in the moment. I get myself in a place where I can be centered, and I share what's coming from my heart. And from the emails I receive, that warms my heart knowing that they touch you as well. So I hope that this resonated with you. You can email me anytime, hello@ShannonKinney-Duh, that's DUH.com. You can find me on Instagram at A Free Spirit Life. And if you want to connect with an online community, I do have a new community where I do nature walk talks. We do creative tutorials. We are doing a whole bunch of fun things this spring together. You can go to my website, afreespiritlife.com, and look up community. And I also offer limited one-on-one sessions. It is the time to really listen to what your heart is craving and calling for, because the rest of the year is going to be very fast, and we're going to have two choices, fear or love. And I'm really excited to see where love takes you next. So be in touch, be well, and I will see you next time.